Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Anabel Carillo here, your friendly neighborhood realtor with JW Hunt Realty. And if you are here today, I just want to give you a quick thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come listen to this market update. Welcome to the first of my monthly market updates, where I'm going to be going over some general information about the housing market. I'm going to go ahead and narrow it down to here, our local Las Vegas market. And because I live in zip code 89148, I'm going to be talking about a few facts in my own zip code. However, if you're interested in getting comps or any information in your local market, please go ahead and send me a quick email or text. Let me know, and I'll be more than glad to include that in the next video. So otherwise, let's go ahead and get into the information for today. So as promised, let's get into a little bit of the facts of the general housing market as a whole. So a lot of us had been speculating sometime at the end of last year and a little bit into this year, well, what's going to happen? As people dealt with the loss of income through the pandemic, people started to go into forbearance periods with their mortgages. Well, what was going to happen once these forbearances ended and we started coming out? Some of us even thought, well, maybe we're going to see a flood of foreclosures when people can't pay those mortgages. That's not what we've been seeing. So luckily, there has been a lot going on to help people stay in their homes. One thing is, the obvious, people started to get their jobs back, started to have some income, were able to get caught up on those payments. But we've also seen lenders start to help people with refinancing their homes at these rates that are much more affordable than they might have been when they originally got into their mortgage. Another thing we've started to see is extension of payments and extension of those loans, so that instead of having to pay that lump sum that a person might have fallen behind due to a lack of income, those loans get extended and those payments get made in the back, so that these homes and these mortgages are still affordable. With all of these different programs that have been coming out and all of these ways that lenders have been helping the homeowners, we are not seeing a wave, not nationally, and we're not seeing a wave of foreclosures here locally. So as promised, I'm going to give you a few facts about our local Las Vegas market. And I'm super excited to say, and shocked and surprised, our median home price keeps hitting milestones. We are now at 405 median home price, 405,000 median home price. That's even up from June, where we were at 395, right? And as of July of last year, we're up 22%. So as you can see, this market keeps going up and up and up. Our median home price does not seem to be stopping anytime soon, no matter what else is going on in the market. So the next number that I really want to look at is the number of single-family homes that sold. So as of July, we had 3,358 compared to June, when we had 3,382. Looks like it's about the same, just slightly fewer in July. When we compare that to 2020, we had 3,331 homes that sold. Again, we're looking at approximately the same market. And another metric that I really like to look at is days on the market. As of July, we had homes on the market for an average of 16 days compared to 41 days back last year. Going along with that, I also like to see inventory. So what kind of inventory do we have? Supply, right? It's really important. So in June, we had 0.9 months worth of inventory, right? So in July, we went slightly up. We're looking at 1.2 months worth of inventory. So at least we've hit above 1 month worth of inventory, right? It's kind of a good sign. It's starting to look better if you're a buyer. Another thing to consider, if you're a buyer, we have slowly been increasing in terms of supply since the beginning of the year. Finally, something that's traditionally been this way, we are starting to enter into the winter season. Normally in the winter season, people aren't moving as much. You're thinking of, well, my kid is in school, holidays are coming in, people aren't trying to move during those big major holiday seasons and events. So the market tends to slow down naturally. So with these three things combined, slightly more inventory, the slower season, and then just a regular continuous increase of inventory since the beginning of the year, there's starting to be more of a window of opportunity for the buyer. If you're the seller, on the other hand, just because I said that it is starting to look better for the buyer doesn't mean it's bad for you in terms of selling. You've got to think about it this way. We're talking about a normal market, which is neither buyer nor seller's market. A normal market being around 6 months of inventory. So now we're saying in July we had 1.2 months worth of inventory. That is not a normal market. That is still very much a seller's market. I can't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after that. What I can tell you that is today, if you want to put that house on the market, go get that equity. You still can make top dollar. Put your house on the market. Don't delay. So as promised, I'm going to talk a little bit about my area code, which is zip code 89148. The median home price here is $385,000 as of end of July. We're looking at days on the market for a house to be approximately 16 days, right? Another important thing to notice is that median home price has gone up by 16% since July of last year. So we are consistently going up. And our days on market is approximately the same as they are for the general Las Vegas market. Another thing that I really wanted to touch on is what I mentioned earlier. I like to track to see how this area is doing in terms of foreclosures. Same. We do not see a wave of foreclosures in this area. Very few, if any, have come up on the radar. And that's because, like I said, a lot of people either are finding the income or are finding ways to make those mortgages more affordable. So overall, in that sense, we are looking pretty stable. As I mentioned before, if there's any information that you specifically want, any comps, any general area information, please don't hesitate. Let me know, give me a comment, and I can for sure pull that information for you. But for now, that's all the information I have, and until next time, thank you for stopping by. Bye.